When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Gonna run it. It's ball. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room.
Oh, he's got some space. Defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back to pass, it's Underwood. It's complete to the left. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36, it's a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man, it's Haynes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2, so always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. The give to the back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Smith. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Ball. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. To start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Never a doubt. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Using the quick game. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Klein. There he goes to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Hand off from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, haul it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
A strike downfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Wolverines come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Might be changing the route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D-linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. There he goes. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And
time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Might be looking to run. Trying to escape and get it himself. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He goes out of bounds. He's a few yards short, and they'll have to turn the football over. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the right side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his own 20. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Brings it down on the right side. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give on the inside. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got it set up on the outside. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Using his legs, it's ball. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. To throw, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you...
Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll give it to him again. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. They'll try the right side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this set.
Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
Lining up for the PAT. 2 And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Using his legs, it's People. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They'll give it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the catch, it's Simpson. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's stopped short, and it's fourth down. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Stopped short of the marker. And they stop for this defense, and they get the ball back.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And the Buckeyes will move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it.
There he goes. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. To the ground, he's got it again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Underwood. He's taking a deep shot. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights.